You're tuned into Human by AI with Ashish Garg. Real, unscripted conversations about how humans and AI are shaping the future of community finance. Grab your favorite drink and let's dive in.
Next guest. Remember, audience, I told you I'm going to get some innovators. I'm going to get some credit union leaders, etc., etc. But this gentleman here is the innovator in the credit union movement. I've known him for a very, 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 very long time. Somebody who's very, very dear to me. Please welcome Bob Morgan to the latest edition of our podcast. So Bob, could tell everybody a little bit more about yourself.
How long do I have?
Maybe 35 seconds.
Okay, perfect. I am the CIO at PrimeWay Credit Union in Houston, Texas. I met Ashish when we started onboarding Eltropy many, many years ago. I've been to venture tech a bunch of times. I love finding different fintechs and different solutions to problems, sometimes the ones I don't even know that we had.
Yes. And Bob, for everybody else, is a quintessential innovator. He has to be the first when it comes to any new technology. That's what happened with Eltropy 2018. We were sort of new to all of this, and Bob was right there waiting for us. And of course, rest is all history. So Bob, why? Why do you have to be the first every time?
So to be fair, I didn't know I was the first with Eltropy. I wasn't trying to be the first. I didn't realize that. And I don't have to be first, but I do like to be early because we can help shape the actual product that gets delivered the earlier that we can get in and have the product more aligned to our vision. So if you go with a very established company, then I may not, I just have to accept whatever they have.
Yes, and one thing about Bob, he does not like to accept what he gets. He loves to shape things. And Bob, what a wonderful timing for you to come on my podcast called Human by AI. And of course, lots being talked about AI, how it's going to change the world. There's not enough conversation about sort of humans. What will humans do in the era of AI? And that's what I'd love to explore with you. So let me start with my first question, Bob. Are you an AI skeptic or an AI believer?
Yes.
Yes. So AI skeptic or AI believer?
Yes, I'm both. I think AI has a ton of possibilities, and it also really scares me. I don't have human children. I think I'm glad I don't have human children because I think it's hard to know what they need for education and if there's even going to be jobs for them. I mean, right now AI you have to be very careful with it. But I assume in the next 5-10 years, it's going to improve. And eventually it's going to be my AI agent talking to your AI agent. And, I don't know how much we need us.
Yeah. Will they be drinking coffee together?
Probably not.
Probably not.
We won't need that.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about AI in your personal life, Bob. Do you use AI at all?
Yes. And I recommend to people that they start out by using AI in their personal life with something that they already know. The very first time I used ChatGPT, I play a lot of board games. I asked ChatGPT to explain the rules to me of a board game that I already know how to play. And it did a really, really good job at it. And that's when I realized that AI, has a lot of potential. I think it's great for planning vacations. There's a lot of ways you can use it in your personal life to get comfortable with it. And then start exploring it on the work side where you can, again, test it with things that you already know to get more comfortable with it and then figure out the limitations and the positive sides.
I see. So I'll just give you my own example. I'm a big cricket fan. For me, baseball is very boring. I don't know if you're a baseball fan.
I am.
You are, fine.
Big.
So the World Series just happened, sir.
It's great.
And somehow there's a lot of media coverage. So I got into the baseball World Series. And I don't really understand baseball too much, okay? So things like what's a fastball? When a ball gets stuck under a piece of foam, like a dead ball, and this and that, like top of the inning, bottom of the inning. And guess what? Every step of the way, I had sort of ChatGPT open on one side. So I'll ask questions. And I was getting really good answers. So that's how I learned baseball.
Great.
Yeah. Anyways, Dodgers or Blue Jays?
I was going for the Blue Jays, but don't really care that much either way. I think Game 7 was probably the best baseball game I've ever seen. And I've watched thousands of baseball games.
I see. Okay. That's for another podcast. But let's talk a little bit about your credit union. It's called PrimeWay FCU. It's in Houston, Texas. At PrimeWay, have you started using AI in any shape or form?
Yes, but we're cautious about it. You already know this. We're about to roll out Eltropy Contact Center. So that's probably the most visible way that we're using AI. We have largely locked down AI. You have to be an approved employee to use AI just because we're worried about our data being leaked out. So we go through an approval process, and you have to be trained and know what things you can put into it, what things you can't, because right now we just have public AIs for the most part we're using. So we're still, we've got an AI committee. We meet monthly to talk about how we're going to use it, but we're not using it too much quite yet, but we're definitely getting close.
I see. So let's say I'm an employee of your credit union, and let's say I want to get a ChatGPT account, right? I want to use ChatGPT at work. So I open up my web browser on my work computer. Will ChatGPT work or not?
Not if you have not been pre-approved. So our firewall will block it for you.
I see. And then I'm guessing there's some sort of approval process?
Yes, I'm personally involved, but you also have to have sponsorship from a senior leader inside of the organization that wants to use it, and then also me.
I see. And then I'm guessing, is there some training?
We don't have an official training program yet, because it's still, kind of new, but there are guidelines, I guess, that we go over, and we document everybody that we authorize to use AI so that we have it for the regulators if they ever ask how we're using AI.
Yes, and I'm guessing the biggest worry is like taking sort of your members' private information or PII or data.
Yeah, we're worried that a go-getter will say, hey, I want to do X, Y, and Z, and they'll upload a whole list of our members, and they're technically making their job better, but it could put our members' information into the public realm, and we don't want that.
Yeah, I like that. I like the fact that you start with the guardrails and a committee, and you're looking at it very, very closely. Now, Bob, tell me a little bit about that's the AI piece of the puzzle. Let's talk about the human element, right? You've seen this sort of movie for a long time, how quickly technology adopts and evolves. So in the era of AI, this were to come to fruition, like you said, in the next 5 to 10 years, where, in your opinion, can humans really add value, right? From the context of a credit union.
I mean, I don't know the answer to that yet. I don't think humans are going to go away, but I do think a lot of the repetitive tasks that we do right now will be replaced. I think we can be repurposed like humans. I have gone through iterative processes in my career where we've automated the job, and I've had employees who said, I don't want to automate my job away, but I've always said, if you automate your job away, I'm going to point you at another job to automate that one away, and then I'll point you at a different one. So they don't really go away. You just repurpose whatever they're doing. So I think it'll free up more time to actually add value and service to members as opposed to, shuffling paperwork around.
I see. And then in your opinion, Bob, right now, I know you said you don't really have a crisp answer, but are there categories of roles or categories of things that people do within your credit union which you think still will always need less of the human touch or human element or empathy?
I do. I mean, part of the reason credit unions exist is to help members. And I don't think we're doing enough to help members yet because we're having to spend a lot of time on compliance and paperwork and things that can be automated. So I think members still want more service. They want more education, financial education. They want to know how they can afford a car or a house or whatever it is that they want. And so we go with our vision of enabling dreams. And we chose those two words very carefully because we don't want to define what the dreams are for the member or the employee. But if we just say enabling dreams and that's what we're trying to do, we're going to continue to enable dreams, just maybe in a slightly different way than we are today. Yeah.
So I love that sort of applying human touch to understanding how to enable dreams, wherein then AI can take care of all the sort of the repetitive compliance and paperwork and all this other tasks.
And hopefully prevent fraud. I mean, that's another big area that I think AI can help. So, and that also helps enable dreams because they didn't lose their money that they were saving up for their vacation or their car or their house.
Yeah. I have to tell you the story that earlier this year in April, my wife and I and kids, we were in Japan. And my wife's wallet gets stolen.
Uh-oh.
And her dearest friend who lives in Japan told her, don't worry about it. In Japan, people just return the wallet. It's a very honest society. And we took that for face value. Well, it so happened at midnight Japan time, I log into my bank account and I noticed a fraudster had taken her credit card and swiped it 17 times at an Apple store. And we had fraudulent charges of $52,000.
That's not good.
So that was not a pretty ending to that vacation.
Yeah.
It caused a lot of pain. And I was like, man, this person goes to an Apple store and they're doing 17 swipe, buying like 17 MacBooks, like for $52,000, like all the stuff you can buy. Why need anybody stop him?
Yeah, you would hope the Apple employee would have stopped him, but they didn't. So now you need AI to help stop them, right? Because that is obviously suspicious.
Yeah. So, Bob, again, I know you're an AI skeptic and an AI believer. So in the new AI world, let's say if you had to give some advice to our audience, like what do people do to really embrace AI or reskill themselves? Do you have any advice or any framework you want to give them? Like how do they go about doing this?
I mean, for me, it goes back to what I said a bit earlier, is use it on things you already know. That's a good way to educate yourself on how it works. And then use it to plan vacations. It is awesome. You tell it what you want to do, where you're going to be, or you could even say a country and you want to do a week, and then you either like nature and hiking, which I like, or you want to go to a bunch of museums, and it will plan out your itinerary. It can help you with restaurants. You can say you need downtime. And so I start by using it in ways I know, then things that I want to do. And then the more comfortable with it I get, then I start using it more in work.
So use it in personal life. By the way, is there any trip you planned with AI?
I have not yet taken a trip that I planned with AI.
I see.
We're hoping to go to Iceland, and I have planned an entire itinerary for Iceland, but we just haven't booked the trip yet.
I see. So the moral of the story is AI can help you plan the trip, but it takes humans to do the trip.
For a little while. Soon, though, I think that the AI agent, I think we're going to all have personal AI agents on our phones. And I will just say, book the trip, and then it will do it. And if it goes rogue, it may book it even when I didn't want it to, just because I wanted to go.
Yeah. Wonderful. But thank you so much, Bob. Look forward to catching you again as you go either to a full skeptic or a full believer. I'd love to have you again and again to see your journey.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Okay. And cheers to you. Thank you so much for coming.